Welcome to this training on starting up the F-18. In some missions, you will find yourself in a cold and dark F-18 that you will need to bring to life. While this can be a rather long process as described in the manual, you can also enable the auto start function. However, for this lesson, we'll review the full startup procedure. Press spacebar when you're ready to get started.
Well, thought I'd start my first stream with something light and easy, cause let's see, that's not right. Cause I caught the dreaded COVID disease, unfortunately. So, see if I can't figure something out here. I thought that had changed. Always gotta check your shit cause it changes. Always gotta check your shit cause it changes. Alright, so I'm gonna learn how to start this damn thing once and for all. Let's see, F-18 start to make my little cheat sheet. Yeah, but yeah, I went to Paris. Yeah, I went to and a whole bunch of countries, and ended up getting fucking COVID.
The first thing we need to do is enable the two batteries. This will allow operation of the canopy and power the engine igniters.
So batteries.
You'll also notice that the integrated fuel and engine indicator, or IFE, in the lower left portion of the instrument panel will have power. Move the battery switch to the up or on position with a right mouse button click.
The F-18 has two fire detection circuits, A and B, that test for fire in the engine's auxiliary power unit and bleed air system. Before we go into detail on that though, check that the hydraulic brake pressure gauge for the wheel brakes shows at least 3000 psi. Confirm this by looking at the gauge, which is located to the left and up from the highlighted fire test switch. Okay, now put the spring-loaded fire test switch in the up test A position and keep holding it up to test the A circuits. To do this, place the mouse over the fire test switch and hold down the right mouse button. Keep holding the mouse button down and do not release it until it runs through all the fire test audio warnings. In addition to the audio warnings, also note the fire warning lights on the upper left and upper right portions of the instrument panel. When it's done, press the spacebar.
Right mouse button.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
We will now do the same thing for the B circuit. After waiting 10 seconds, place the mouse over the fire test switch and hold down the left mouse button to move the switch in the down Test B position. Keep holding it down and then release it once all the fire warning audio messages have been played. Well done. Press spacebar.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
Good job. Note that in the top left portion of the IFE, you can see the RPM and temp of both the left and right engines. These will be important for when we start the engines. We will now turn on the auxiliary power unit, or APU. This is a small, self-contained engine that augments the bleed air system and will start turning the engines for engine starts. Place the APU control switch in the up or on position with the left mouse button click. Once the green light next to the APU switch comes on, move the engine crank switch to its right position, marked by the R, with the right mouse button click. This will allow the APU to power the Air Turbine Starter, or ATS, which in turn allows the Aircraft Mounted Accessory Drive, or AMAD, to start turning the fan blades within the right engine.
Right click.
Once the right engine RPM has reached 20%, as indicated on the IFE, move the right throttle from off to idle by pressing right shift home. This in turn will introduce fuel into the engine combustion chamber and start the igniters. Once the right engine RPM has reached 60%, the right engine start cycle is complete and the right generator is automatically engaged. Once at 60%, press spacebar.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls.
When we conducted the tests of the A and B fire test circuits, we also closed the bleed air shutoff valves. We need to reopen these by rotating the bleed air knob clockwise 360 degrees, from norm to norm. Do this by right mouse button clicking on the outer portion of the knob. When done, press spacebar. With the right engine running and generator power on, place the left and right digital display indicators, or DDIs, to the day position using right mouse button clicks on both brightness selector knobs. Next, rotate the HUD symbology brightness control knob clockwise by placing your mouse over it and rotating your mouse wheel forward. Once you see video displayed on the left and right DDIs and HUD, press spacebar. In the lower center of the instrument panel is the multi-purpose color display, or MPCD. Rotate the power and brightness control knob to the full bright setting by placing your mouse over the knob and rotating your mouse wheel forward. It will take a few moments to power on. Press spacebar once you see video displayed on the MPCD. On the left DDI, press the menu push button to bring up the support page. The support page has several sub-pages like the checklist, engine, fuel, ADI, and HSI. For now, though, press the FCS push button to select the flight control system page. The FCS page shows the status of the control surfaces and any detected FCS errors. The X's indicate detected errors, but we will address those once the left engine is started. You should not see any 2, R, or FADEC caution messages along the bottom of the left DDI. Note that by default, you will not have the built-in test or bit page on the right DDI. We'll come back to this. During this lesson and future lessons, you will often see and hear the master caution. This is the large yellow labeled button on the instrument panel that will light when any caution condition is triggered. There will also be an accompanying deedle sound to draw your attention. Press this button or click on it to acknowledge the caution and extinguish the light. Press the master caution again to restack the caution and advisory notices along the bottom of the left DDI. Cautions will be along the top and advisories in smaller text along the bottom. If the left DDI is not on, then the caution and advisories will be displayed on another display. By default, though, they will be on the left DDI.
The F-18 comes equipped with an Inertial Navigation System, or INS. Use right mouse clicks to set the INS switch located on the sensor panel to the G&D ground position. This will start an INS ground alignment.
Now it is time to crank the left engine. Go ahead and move the engine crank switch to its left position, labeled L, by left mouse clicking it. Once the left engine is at 20% RPM, as indicated on the IFE, move the left throttle from off to idle by pressing right Alt Home. This will add fuel to the engine and start the igniters. When the left engine is at 60% RPM, press spacebar to continue. On the FCS page, we have quite a few X's indicating abnormal FCS readings. To clear these, press and hold the FCS reset button. Located in the back of the left console is the panel for the onboard oxygen generation system, or OBOGs. Go ahead and set the OBOG switch to its up-on position. To the left of the INS switch is the radar switch. Set this switch to the operate position using your right mouse button. Don't worry, the radar will be in silent mode. You won't microwave the ground crew. Our next step will be to run a bit on the Flight Control System, or FCS. Before doing so, set the flaps to the up auto position with the F key or 2 right mouse button clicks on the flap switch. We'll now run a bit of the Flight Control System. This moves the control surfaces to their limits to test for any software or mechanical errors. First, select the FCS bit page from the bit page on the right DDI. To run the FCS bit, we'll need to activate 2 controls at the same time. While holding up on the FCS bit switch on the right wall, press the FCS push button on the right DDI. Upon doing so, you'll see the controls being cycled on both the FCS DDI page, and if you look outside the cockpit, you can watch the wing and tail control surfaces moving.
What though? Let's see. Hit Y and hold.
Once the FCS bit is complete, marked by the beep tone, place the flap switch in the center or half position with the left mouse button click on the switch. Takeoff is done with flaps set to half. Once we are airborne, we'll move them to auto.
Well, I need to hold the whole time. Yo, what's up with you, Chad? Yeah, man, I'm back. Back with freaking COVID, bro.
For takeoff, we will want our stabs trimmed for 12 degrees. To set this, press and hold down the takeoff trim button. Upon doing so, you will also notice that the stab values on the FCS page will change to 12. The leading edge flaps, trailing edge flaps, and rudder should all have values of 30 degrees. You should also have no X's on the FCS page.
It's already at 12. Should see, go to option. Yeah, I got back, but I'm definitely not 100%. What is that? So I just thought I'd do something light, like learn to start this F-18. Set trim hold button.
Uncage the backup ADI by placing your mouse over the SAI cage knob and rotating the mouse wheel aft until the red flag is stowed. Close the canopy by holding the canopy control switch in the down, close position until the canopy is closed. Do this by pressing the key combination or placing the mouse over the switch and holding down the left mouse button. Once the canopy is closed, press spacebar to continue.
Okay, let's see. Uncage, what is this? Let's see, uncage. Close the canopy. I don't want to do that. Damn, I forgot what he said. What you supposed to do here? Uncage it. MW. Move. What the fuck that means. Alright, and close canopy. Okay. So you are placing the press space bar to continue. Once again, holding control. You don't have to lock it. Guess you don't have to lock it.
At this point, the INS has been aligned as indicated on the MPCD HSI page. Move the INS switch from ground to nav with one right mouse button click on the switch.
INS.
Prior to taxi, press the menu push button on the left DDI to go to the TAC or tactical page. On the TAC page, you have access to sub-pages like the store's management system, attack radar, HUD, and electronic warfare pages. On the left DDI TAC page, select the HUD push button to display a mirror of the HUD on the DDI. This can be useful when head down or in case of HUD failure.
Yeah, that's optional.
Let's now set up the right DDI. Press the menu push button on the right DDI to bring up the tactical page. Press the menu push button again to bring up the support page. Now on the support page, press the FCS push button. We will want the HUD on the left DDI and the FCS page on the right DDI when we taxi and take. The parking brake system is operated with the yellow and black parking brake handle. The handle is currently in the park position, indicated by the fact that the park label is visible to the pilot. Release the parking brake now by rotating the handle 45 degrees counterclockwise from the extended position. This can be achieved by left mouse button clicking the handle or pressing the right Alt P key. This will release the lock and allow the handle to return to the horizontal stowed position, where the emerge label is visible to the pilot.
I didn't
This
know that.
concludes the current lesson on starting up the F-18. As mentioned earlier though, there is also an option for automatically starting by pressing left win home. You can end this lesson now by pressing the escape key.
I might as well upload some weapons here and go. Go drop some 2,000 pounders. I don't know what that is right there.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
There's really nothing on here. I can make some shit up.
Refueling complete.
But yeah, I had a nice little vacation, but last day or sometime during the
Rearming
last
complete.
day, caught a little bit of COVID. Let's go bomb some shit. Mark labels on, off. Mark label. I gotta learn how to use this. It's supposed to be like a waypoint here. I hate when I see somebody do this and I go and try to do it and I can't do it. It's just irritating. Shit. Okay, let me just try this. I know I seen this guy do this before. But they do me right. They loaded me up.
Cavalletti, Colt, 1-1. Request takeoff.
Well, I ain't flew in so long. I feel really, really weird. Let's see, this ain't the setup I want. That's what I want. I don't really have a waypoints. So, let me see. How can I do this? It's not a waypoint, it's a mark point. shit, I don't know how to do it. I'll just cheat and just go fly to it. Underground. Let's take a big boy first. Safe. CCIP. Instantaneous. Can't do nose tail on here? What's up, Mike? What's going on, Corey? Yeah, man. It's good to be back, but I definitely did a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Wanted to come and do something light today, like try to figure out how to start the F-18. Where'd that thing go? So I guess that's my little circle right there. I gotta figure out how to make this shit work. If I click on that thing, okay. That just has another one. God dang it, I want that one. I don't know how to call it though, so that I can fly to it. Yeah, man, went over there to Paris, had a good time. I think the last couple of days I ran into some COVID shit. It's all good though. Fortunately, I'm vaccinated and nobody else caught it but me. I've never had it, so my luck was bound to run out. It's bound to run out. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, though. I mean, it sucks, but it's really not like the end of the world. Catch the shit, go get the medication. I guess if you ain't got no underlying conditions, you good to go. Where am I at here? Going for something right over here. It doesn't put a mark point or anything on here, huh? I gotta learn how to do this shit. It's supposed to be to set mark points on the map that you can go and bomb later. I don't really know how to do it though. Let's see. Oh shit, is that it? I don't know if that's it. If something came up though. That's way behind me. That's not. Yeah, that's. Damn You know what, man? I just learned how to do this too a little while ago. Freaking totally forgot how to do it. It's all good, Chad. What's up with you, man? What's good? I hate when I learn something and then forget it. Yeah, I forget it, but this looks like a big building.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh, that is a big ass building. Slow over the top. Oh yeah, 10,000. Slow roll. And walk this baby. Hope mouse arm is on.
Altitude.
Dead
Altitude.
center. Damn, that was 2,000 pounds, didn't it even? That wasn't 2,000 pounds. That was 1,000-pounder.
Altitude. Altitude.
I would think 1,000-pounder would do a little bit more damage than that. Put the big boy on your ass. What's good, man? Y'all been flying lately? I know y'all been flying while I've been on vacation. It feels kind of childish to be on vacation and thinking like, damn, I wish I had my F-18. I think if I would have had a laptop gaming computer, I probably would have took that sucker with me. That would have caused some friction, but god damn it, what the man?
Altitude. Altitude.
Would have caused some friction, but at least I would have remembered. I had learned how to do something in F-18 before I left with mark points, and this shit was really cool. I totally forgot it. It's very upsetting. Okay, be smooth with it. Be smooth with it. Oh, it's too much. Walk it, and boom.
Altitude. Altitude.
Damn, that bad boy there. It's 3,000 pounds worth of bombs. How many more do I have? Got 3 more. Let's go and I only got 3, but I'm gonna do 4. I want no interval. Let's stop all 3 of them. What? I know you're somewhere over there. Come on, walk it. There we go.
Altitude. Altitude.
Whoa. It took 4,000 pounds worth of bombs to do that?
Altitude. Altitude. Altitude.
They must have played with the flight model or something here, because this thing is flying a little differently than what I remember. A whole lot different. See, VTOL. What's VTOL? Virtual takeoff and landing? Yeah, not in this thing. Sucker does feel a lot better though.
Altitude. Altitude.
And I heard they had a good air show in Fort Worth, Texas this weekend. Last weekend. I hate I missed it, boy. I love going to the air shows. They had the Blue Angels there. Would have been super cool. That's right though. I catch them. I think they're gonna be back. Them or the Thunderbirds should come back when they have this. They used to have a city air show too. Alliance Airport. So if they have that, I will. I will definitely catch that. Oh, I got that VTOL game. I didn't like it. I got it. I don't know why I didn't like it. It's something you had to do with your hands that just, for some reason, it didn't work. Didn't work out for me. It's a Steam game, isn't it? I downloaded it quite some time ago. I don't know. I don't think I had the bandwidth to really mess with it. So it looked like it was cool though. It looked like it was pretty cool. I'm just kind of at the point where if it ain't DCS, I just don't have time for it. I mean, like this thing is taking so much time to just. I mean, how long have I've had the F-18 since it came out, and I'm just starting today to do cold start. Yeah, just starting today to do cold start. So let's show you where I'm at with this sucker. Yeah, that game has some cool options for sure. Yeah, it has some cool options for sure.
Altitude. Altitude.
I tried to do the training on it. I couldn't even get past the training. I think what it was, it wanted me to use my hands and the way my stuff is set up. I'd have to take my steering wheel off my seat and move some things around. I just wasn't finna do all that. So I think that's why I stopped messing with it. It was gonna require me to do too much. I hate these airports. Not this one, but these other airports. They put a power line right in the middle of the fucking uh, runway. Like, who does that? Even the host nation know that. You can't put a power line in front of the damn runway. Damn, that's one of my smoothest landings right there. Huh. I don't think I ever did one that smooth. Yeah, folks, I just want to come in here and do something quick. Let everybody know I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Looking forward to getting this Afghanistan giveaway up. We'll probably do that on the 30th. If I can get enough people signed up, though, I'll do it before then, because I kind of want to catch it while that sale is still on. I need about 25 people, though, to make it worth the effort. But it'll be a cool little giveaway. I can't wait to do the Afghanistan map. There's a lot of different scenarios. If that map is done right, that's gonna make it probably the best map so far. Like Syria is cool, but with the Syria map, there's only so much I can do before it starts to just crap out on me. It's just too much. Though all those buildings is just too much. If you really want to run a good scenario, especially a helicopter scenario, you get around all those buildings, you ain't got a kick-ass PC or got your graphics set to something super low. Syria's gonna make that mission unplayable. And I've tried it. I think with Afghanistan, you should be able to do a mission like that in the Apache and be able to run it pretty smoothly. Oh shit, that's active, Paul. So yeah, that's gonna be something I'm looking forward to. Now the giveaway is just for that one part of the map. For me personally, I ordered the whole thing, and that shit was kind of expensive. But I do like the idea that they, you know, if you don't want to buy the whole map, You can buy a part of it, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What's been going on, Big Mike? I see Mike's out there. Corey D. Man, tell you guys, man, your health, man. So you get something wrong with you, you don't realize how check seat. Me talking about this whole time I flew without the fucking seat armed. Your health, man. Well, if you ain't got your health, don't nothing feel right. That's the straight up truth. If you ain't got your health. My thing, I was over there in Paris, and I'll be honest with you, we didn't have one mask on for 1 minute the entire time. So that's flying on an airplane for 9 hours, 18 if you count backwards and forwards, no mask. A bus tour for 7 days, 53 people, multiple gas station stops, no mask. And then finally, riding Paris metro station, multiple transfers, no fucking mask. What you expect? What you expect? I mean, that's like saying, yeah, give me COVID. I want COVID. My wife didn't get it though. That's how random it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when or where, you know how or who. So, because a lot of people are vaccinated now, it's not as prevalent. And, you know, you get it, you can normally overcome it. If you're a sickly person, though, I'm not a sickly person. If you're a sickly person and you know, you live in that kind of life, that's some dumbass. That's a dumbass move. I mean, if you know you got diabetes and other kind of immune deficiencies, you run around without a mask in those environments, yeah, you kind of asking for it, bro. But fortunately, it's just one of them things where I got it. I had about 2 or 3 days now. I'm on a upward stroke. Food starting to taste like something. It really just feels like a really, really bad cold. That's really what it feels like. Really, really bad cold. But I'm gonna go take some medicine and look forward to this giveaway, folks. In the meantime, you guys fly safe, stay safe, and I will be around. Chad, we're gonna have to get up in the air again, man, real soon. Probably later on this week. I think I'll be up to a flight. Anybody else want to join in? Anybody else that want to jump in? You know, feel free.